Hi, good evening, everyone. Can we hear me? Good evening. Please, if you can hear me, just indicate so that I know that everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, maybe say I can hear you or just give a thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Ma. Who else can hear me, please? If you're here and you can hear me. Okay, great, great. That's good to go. Hi, my name is Richard Okiase. I happen to be a business person. I'm the team lead of Fasthire Services. We currently have our location here in Port Harcourt, but we also have people, team members across different parts of the country, and we operate from different locations. So I want to believe everybody can flow with my theme. Uh, so today I'm going to be speaking to you. I'm going to try to debunk some of the things, some of the challenges that are holding you or that will be holding you back from starting a business or that are holding you back or that are limiting you from progressing in your business, right? And we're also going to look at different business ideas that moms like you, mothers like you, wives like you can delve into, right? And depending if we have enough time, we could see how um, you could venture into these businesses and make them profitable for yourself. Finally, we're also going to have a question and answer session where I'm going to take your questions, hear from you what are your challenges, and see how I can, from my own little knowledge, shed light to some of the things you're having. So I want to try to make this class or this session as interactive as possible. So please don't end me. Try to interact. When I put out questions, let's interact. And most importantly, at the end of the day, it's not just about listening to me. It's not just about hearing what I have to say. The most important thing is the action you take after now. So let this not just be one of those, oh, okay, I attended a class or I attended a session once at a time. No, let this be something that at the end of the day, it helps you take action. I'm going to be quick so that we don't run deep into the night and because I know we have other things to attend to. So I'll be sharing my screen very quickly. So let me know once you see my screen. Hope, can we see my screen, please? If you can see my screen, just let me know. All right, great. So, like I said before, my name is Richard, and um, I'm going to be taking you on this session, right? I've introduced myself. Here's a breakdown of what we're going to be covering. We're going to be um, breaking some of the barriers, debunking some of the lies that have been holding you back, and then we're going to see things that you need to win in business as opposed to all the negativity you've probably been getting, right? And also we're going to understand the types of businesses because sometimes if you don't understand the nature of these businesses, you don't really know what you're going into. So we're going to understand the types of businesses so that we know what we're getting ourselves into. Then we're now going to look at internet business ideas for more. I structured this down to internet businesses because I want to believe it's something that would help us operate from anywhere and not just be tied down to one location, right? Depending on what Mrs. Oreva comes up with, she said something about the second class. We could have the class where we now look at both the diversified markets, whether internet-based or non-internet based. And then I'm going to take your questions and answers, questions rather, and give answers. And most importantly, we're going to talk about action points. So to start with, um, let's understand some of the things that could hold you back or some of the challenges that are holding you on your orientation about business, right? So one of the things I did was to send a message that, okay, tell me why you want to start a business. Tell me why you want to go into business. The reason I put out that question is to create the consciousness, is to awaken your consciousness to say, okay, it's not just because everybody is in business or people are saying your business is creative. You, why do you want to start a business? You have to have that decision. You have to make that decision and be convinced about it because that is where, when you fail, you will know that, okay, this is just a phase and not the end. And then you keep going. Because if you don't have a strong understanding of why you want to go into business, by the time you fail or people are not buying what you're selling, you tend to quit, you tend to give up, right? So you need to understand that. So you also need to understand the challenges that would limit you from excelling in that business that you're going into. All right, that's when we talk about competitors. You need to start putting these things from the onset, right? It doesn't mean because, oh, you want to sell, for instance, baby clothes, you think, oh, you have 5 friends or 10 friends that have babies, you think all of them will start buying from you. No, you need to start thinking from the onset, what are the things that could limit you, right? You need to also understand what starting a business will help you achieve. Like I said, if you have a strong why, a strong decision, understanding what this business will help you achieve will help you know that, okay, when there's setback, you know what the goal is. It's not just about making money at the end of the day. Yes, money is important, but then what else? Aside money, what else? That is what will keep you going. So, and most importantly, what is the greatest challenge you have about business or you have with running business? This part will resurface again towards the end of this class, where I'm going to take your questions and give answers, right? So let's hold on to those thoughts. Next, so what are some of the things that could be holding you back from starting your business or from going all out in your business? It could be I am too young or I am too old. Now, nobody's too young or nobody's too old to start a business. There are different statistics of people who started very early in business and made it. There are also people who started not too old now, but later in their life and made it. There are people who went to corporate world, did all they could do, and came back at the end, towards the ending part of their career. So I want to start a business. There are also people who started from business from a very young age. So you're neither too young nor too old to start a business. So business, another lie that people tell themselves, business is hard. Business is not hard. Business is demanding, yes, but hard, no. If you say business is hard, then everything else in life is hard, right? So let's know that business is not hard. It's the same way going to school was demanding, because you have to go to lecture, you have to obey some rules, you have to, this lecturer has his own routine, has his own criteria. You just obey, follow their process. You from the first year you went to second year, that's the same way it is in business. From stage 1, you get to stage 2. Each stage you obey the rules of the game. I don't know how to sell. The truth is, you're married, and I'm going to tell you that you sold one of the greatest things in life. If you're a married person, this is one of the worst lies that can hold you back, that you don't know how to sell. The day you spoke with your spouse, or the day your spouse spoke to you and told you he or she wants to marry you, and you agreed, and you also spoke something back to them that made them feel like, oh, this is the right person for me, you have sold, right? Selling is as easy as when you were in your dating phase with your spouse, and oh, he was telling you nice things that made you feel butterflies in your stomach, and you were also telling him things that made him feel butterflies in your stomach. Those things you were doing in those periods, you were selling to each other. You were selling your vision, your goals to each other, that made both of you agree that, oh, we could make a life together. So if you can do that, you can sell anything else. You can sell products, you can sell services, right? Because you have sold one of the greatest things you can ever sell to any human in life, and that is your affection, your love, your compassion, and all that. So another thing that hold people down, I have failed before, business is not for me. Well, you fail, but you have to learn along the way, right? You fail fast and learn fast, and you keep moving. Don't hold yourself to back because you failed once, right? If you try once, you fail, you keep going again. I don't want to fail. If you don't want to fail, and you think that is the reason why you don't want to get into business, trust me, you have to get out of that sleep, or you have to wake yourself up. Everything in life, in different things in life, we have one area we fail once, or we will not get it the first time, but we keep going, right? So, and that is the spirit. Imagine when you're teaching your kid, right? Let's say your kid is trying to walk. The moment they fall, do you lie flat and say, oh, this kid will never walk again, please, I don't want to stress. No, you keep encouraging the kid to go again. And so that is how. So fear of rejection, just put your mind that not everybody will buy from you. So you don't have that fear that, oh, somebody is not buying from you. No. Be prepared that not everybody will buy from you. So when somebody rejects your product or your service, you don't take it to heart, right? I don't have enough money. Not money is not everything. There are areas that, oh, at the point money is needed, but what you need first is a working brain, is support, and then you get started. I want to start big. Yes, everybody wants to start big. Everybody wants to go global, but please start from where you are and build along. So those are the little I'm going to cover. Now I'm going to tell you the things you need to win in business. All these are my form of what's it called, introduction, just to get it started. A strong why. I said this in the first part. You need a strong why. Why do you want to start a business? Aside just having or supporting yourself with funds, what else is it? What value? What is the happiness? What is the pleasure that comes with owning a business, running a business, right? So the second thing, the first thing, you need a strong why. The second thing, you need a support system, a strong support system, guys. And it could come from your spouse, it could come from a mentor, it could come from your friends, it could come from your team when you start building team, or it could be a combination of all these. You need the support of your spouse because you're a mom and your spouse, you guys share affection. Your spouse needs to know what you're into, needs to know how demanding this thing is for you. Because if they don't give you their support, it becomes frustrating for you because you're struggling to do this, you're struggling to do that, and they don't understand what you're doing. That's because you've not sat them down to say, oh, I want to go into business. This is the kind of business I want to go into. You need that. You need the support of your friends. You need the support of your kids, right? There are times where kids say, oh, mom, this is the new thing now. Can you try this? This is how people are gaining visibility online and all that. Then you need determination. I talked about something like this in the last slide, where I said you don't fall flat because something went wrong, right? So your determination and your grit keeps you going. Then you need people skill. Business is about people. If you understand people, you're going to go a long way in business. Business is about people, people's behavior, people's feelings, people's emotion. Once you can understand, oh, why are people buying this? Why are people watching Big Brother Nigeria? Why are people watching Big Brother? All those things, reaction, people's feelings. If you know how to detect people's feelings, people's behavior, right? Oh, it should be Hamatan. These are the kind of things people buy in Hamatan. It should be Christmas. People will start buying these kind of things. People's behavior. Business is about people, right? So you need to understand people and their behavior. The next thing you need to succeed or to win in business is marketing and promotion. And this is where the inexpensive way or the least expensive way is either through content marketing or some social media ads. So you need that, and then you need money management skills, right? Then last, you need to start taking steps. So after having these things of prepping yourself for these things, it's not just enough there. You need to start taking steps, right? So we're going deep into it now. There are two types of business, two business types, and you need to understand them because it determines, it follows your what's the word now? Your interest, your nature, your nature, your interest determines the kind of business you go into or the category. So we have product-based businesses and we have service-based businesses. Product-based businesses are businesses where you sell products. You sell things that are already done and then you sell them, right? Service-based business, you sell your skills, you sell your knowledge. Both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. None of them is better than the other, but they all have their pros and cons, right? And it the your kind of person determines the area you go into. I run a service-based business that also infuses products into it. It also means that even if you start in service area, it doesn't mean you can't branch your business into products. Or if you start with product, you can branch it into service. As a matter of fact, most businesses start from one and incorporate both, right? Like I said, they all have the advantages and disadvantages, and you need to know, oh, do you have that leverage of time that you can use to sell your skill and knowledge and be paid and still maintain your independence? Or do you want to go into products that you need to, okay, you now be handling, what's it called, retail and all those deliveries and all that, right? So it's a decision you have to make. They have their pros and their cons, like I said. And I think you can see from the slides on the pros and the cons for the different areas. So let's now go into the business ideas I have to share with you. So if you notice that if you notice the businesses I have on display here, most of them are product-based, most of them are service-based, right? But like I said, you could start from one area and go into the other area. So let me talk about the businesses we have in display. Number one, digital products. Digital products are things like ebooks, audio books, right? Audio books. You could create photo albums, right? These things you can create them and sell them, right? Now, somebody wants to say, how do I create an ebook? I don't have time to write. The truth is, you can outsource your writing. You can get ghostwriters, pick a topic you want, or you enjoy talking about, because it has to also be a topic that you can sell, right? So if you get somebody, a ghostwriter, to write a book for you, for instance, you love talking about relationship, you get somebody, a ghostwriter, to write on relationship, it's going to be easy for you to start marketing that your book. So you create the product once, but you can sell it as many times as possible. You can sell it on different platforms, right? All you now have to do is you've created the product, you just keep marketing, you just keep promoting it using different social platforms. So like I said, you can do ebooks. If you don't have the time to write, you can get a ghostwriter that you work with. They'll ensure that what they are writing aligns with your thought process, right? That's the first business idea I have. And the advantage is that you can do it from anywhere. You can even have your digital product. You're just coming out from the labor room and you just see an alert that you've made a sale, right? You don't necessarily need to be there. You don't necessarily need to. You've already set up your page, right? For anybody that wants to buy, they just click and they pay. They get their book sent to them via mail. Content creation. Content creation, this is service based, right? If you like writing, if you like making videos, right? If you like making audios, you can go into content creation. You sell your service. If somebody wants your service to write for them, you write for them, and now you have the ability to control your time and control how many jobs you receive. If the time you have in a day, the free time as a mom you have is to write maybe 2 articles of 2,000 words in a day on maybe a particular niche or a particular topic, you go into content creation, you just create a simple flyer. I'm into content creation, look at my number. There are people on your contact list that need that. You just keep promoting that your service. When jobs come, you tell the client, oh, this is when I can deliver, right? If you write one content daily and you do that for 7 days, depending on how much you can mark up your price, any amount, you could be making anywhere, the least 1,000 words out there for in Naira. You can be earning up to 2,000 Naira for one content of 1,000 words or 500 words. And if you can do 5 in a week, you make 10,000. And if you can do 10,000 a week in 4 weeks, you've made up to 40,000. You can keep marking that up, create more time for yourself to write, or create more avenues for you to charge higher. And that is how you keep getting with content creation, right? The third business idea I have is blogging of blogging. Now, just like I mentioned in the first business idea, digital products. Now, blogging, if you like writing, you can go into blogging. You can create a simple WordPress website. There are different tutorials on YouTube that teaches people how to create it. Or if you know someone who is into website development, you need to invest a little money. They create a blog for you. You start from writing about the things you love. And when you write, you share your different platforms, right? The more people keep coming to that blog, the blog starts gaining traffic. And at the point you incorporate affiliate marketing, you sell either your products or you begin to you apply for any of these ad networks. This is a whole session on its own that needs drilling into, but blogging is a good area. And if you don't even like writing, you can hire writers, right? You can hire writers, you can create the website, hire writers, set aside a particular amount, it could be 30,000 a month, and you hire a writer. You guys are going to agree how many content the writer is going to be writing per month, and the person just keeps writing. It takes about 6 to 8 months for a website to pick traffic, and when you keep investing or you keep at it, right, keep promoting, because the most important thing is the promotion. People know the site, traffic comes to the site, it gets right for you to monetize the site, right? Vlogging is the video part of blogging. So blogging, while you do blogging with writing, vlogging, you do that with video creation. And that's where you have YouTube content creators. You could create a YouTube channel where you talk about cooking, right? Where you talk about cooking, where you talk about taking care of babies, where you talk about some of the things you love, whatever you love, right? You could be talking about it. And the more your audience, the more the people who know that, oh, you talk about these things, they begin to get interested, right? So whenever they think of an area, they think of, oh, their mind gets to that area, they remember that, oh, this our person talks about this thing, right? Slowly your vlog or your YouTube channel will get traffic. It will also be right for monetization, and you create an income stream from that place. If you also don't have the strength to do the videos yourself, you can always outsource the video creation. Do you understand? Or you could also incorporate yourself and some other people in creating the videos. Now, the next one is affiliate marketing. This is where you sell people's products. Now, there is a whole misconception about affiliate marketing in Nigeria. Affiliate marketing is not a scam. Affiliate marketing is you helping people sell their products and gaining a percentage for what you've done, right? You can also incorporate blogging and affiliate marketing. You can incorporate a lot of things into affiliate marketing. There's a lot that can be said about affiliate marketing. And if you're interested in affiliate marketing, you don't need to create anything. All you just have to do is pick someone's product, help them sell it. If you're good in marketing, if you have sweet mouth, your affiliate marketing is your thing, right? Drop shipping. The next one I want to talk about is drop shipping. It's a bit similar to affiliate marketing, but now drop shipping, you're helping people sell their products. So you take a product from Mr. A and sell to Mr. B, right? And then make your profit from that and pay Mr. A back his money for the product, right? Now, people who are used to the Igbo market system, this is similar to the Igbo market system where Nnamdi does not have his own shop, but Nnamdi would be in the market, would always get customers and take his customers to Okeke's shop and sell Okeke's goods to his customers and make his own gain and pay Okeke his money. That is what dropshipping is about. So you sell people's products, you make a profit to keep them their own, right? That's in layman's terms. So social media management. You could also go into social media management, help people manage their social media accounts. There are a lot of brands out there looking for people who can help them manage their social media. You could take that up. And the good thing about this one is that you could scale it to the point where you now have people managing these accounts for you. You don't necessarily have to. Only thing is the clients in front see you that, oh, you're the one they are giving the job to, but they don't know, okay, you have people with you that help you manage those accounts. You can help them create posts, help them gain engagement on their social platform. People will pay you for that. And your ability to charge or your experience or the result you bring determines how much you can charge for this service, right? Freelancing, you can freelance anything, right? Freelancing is general term for where you're selling your service. So you can freelance anything. You can freelance, and it goes into even consultation, right? So let's talk about consultation. What is that knowledge you have, right? It's not just enough to know these things. You could actually be consulting, right? Consulting is going to be the milk and honey of the future, right? As AI is coming to knock a lot of things or shake a lot of industries, those who go into the managerial roles, those who go into who get good at what they do and can be consulted for their knowledge will stand out. AI cannot take away the place of consultants, right? AI cannot take the place of human consultation. There are people who want to get to where you are. They will always come to you to ask you, oh, how did you do this during your time before you got here? If you're a career person in the corporate world, there are levels you've gotten to your corporate world. Keep learning and keep observing, keep being good. Don't just work just to pass time. As you're working, you're learning, you're gaining experience. Those experiences will form the substance that you use for a consulting future, right? The other one I skipped, proofreading, right? It's also a service-based business. There are people who write, there are people who do a lot of things that need people to help them proofread. It could be people in school, right, who are doing their master's or PhD, but they need somebody that will help them proofread their assignments or proofread their thesis or dissertations. You could create a proofreading service for yourself. Trust me, the last time I used a proofreader, per word, what the person was calling per word was not joke. And that is how expensive proofreaders are. If you have eye for detail and you're articulate, this is a good idea for you. Start a proofreading service, right? You get, maybe if you graduated with you graduated with a BA in English or something like that, linguistics and all that, you could take up proofreading as either a main business or a side hustle is going to help, right? Brand influencing, I've talked a bit about it, and it comes with you consistently putting yourself out there. The next thing is podcasting. Podcasting is a good idea for people who like to talk, who like to teach, right? You could create podcasts, and those podcasts, you upload them on different platforms. There are YouTube audio, there's Spotify. You put your podcast there. Once your podcast starts gaining traffic, those platforms pay you royalties for people who are listening to you. The last business I want to talk about is Forex trading. Forex trading is a good business for moms, right? You could spend 2 hours a day to trade, but you have to gain the knowledge in Forex trading. So you learn Forex trading, you learn the things that you need to do, and then make out time to trade, right? Depending on your category of mom, which is also another conversation, right? You could now determine the way you want to go into the Forex trading. There are other business ideas that moms can go into, for instance, starting a kids boutique, right? Which I didn't mention, starting a catering service. Catering service also includes baking now, right? But I tried keeping it to the ones that require little or no investment. But of course, during the question and answer session, if you have questions about businesses that would require huge capital, I'll be willing to answer those questions. And I'll be willing to show more light about how you can go about those businesses. As you can see, what we just did here is more like a wrap up or a summary, because there's a lot that needs to be talked about in each of these different business ideas. It also requires some of your investment in time, learning, and research to know how best this thing. But from the little explanation I've given, it should have triggered some interest in you if this is your area. Then if you have an area which is not covered yet, that you have interest in, which will require more product-based businesses, you can bring it up during the question and answer session. I understand that most of the things I talked about are service-based, and the reason why I use service-based is because I was looking at businesses that will require little or no capital, right? So that is what I want to talk about. So in conclusion, remember that business is about people and their desires. If you understand this about business, you've understood the most important secret in business. If you can tap into people's business and their desire, if you can tap into people's interests and their desires, you're going to excel in business. Because when you're negotiating for prices or when you're negotiating for services, guys, it is better to negotiate with somebody's heart or somebody's feelings than to negotiate with their brains. If you start saying things like, "Are you think I'm now?" You don't say 2 plus 2. "Are you think I'm now?" This thing will help you, like you've already started, you start negotiating with their reasoning, which is not where you want to be. You want to be in the place where you're negotiating with their feelings. If you wear this thing like this, if you wear your picking this thing like this, you don't know say them with the respect them. But if you wear this, just wear this eyeglass or wear this clothes, come out, the respect they will give you, they will think you bought this thing 2 million when I just have me 20K you buy them. Now you're negotiating with their feelings. Business is about people, their desires, their innate desires. That is it, right? And I said, when you are into business, always find a way where you negotiate with people's um, feelings and not their head or not their reasoning, right? Okay. Now, number two, the industry you play in determines how much you earn. If you want to go into a particular industry that is very competitive, remember that you are also going to be competing. But if that industry has huge expansion capacity, so there are industries that grow, industries like edu, um, health, people keep having health issues, people will keep wanting to improve their education. Those industries have huge growth, right? As people are giving birth, so far people are giving birth, people will keep improving in their education, people will keep improving, try finding ways to improve their health. So those industries, yeah, they could be competitive, but they have high capacity, for instance. So the industry you play in determines how much you can earn. If you go to an industry that does not have an expansion um, 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 opportunity or expansion opportunities, it will limit how much you can earn. Then thirdly, you have to be ready for competition. So the moment you start business, don't think it's just going to be all rosy. You need to know that as you started your business, you're going to be competing with somebody. You're trying to take a market share from somebody that has already been doing that thing that you want to do now. So, or there's somebody that has been providing something similar, something complementary to what you want to provide. And the moment you start, you have to compete for the market share. So you have to stand, you have to get all the support you need, and you have to compete. So you don't compete not unfairly or not for you to be scared, but you have to compete because you know, oh, this is business, competition makes you better. Then fourthly, product or service based, all businesses are lucrative, right? You have to pick the one that aligns with your strengths and you have to go with it. The fifth one, which I didn't add here, I would like to add, ensure you have a mentor. Don't go into business without a mentor, right? Ensure you have a mentor, a business mentor. So thank you so much for listening. Um, I would like to take your question and answer. I would like to take your questions now and try to give answers where I can. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Richard. It was a lot you gave out there. Please, I want, if any of you have your questions, you can just drop them in the chat box. Just write them down. I think there's okay, there's I think there's one here already. Um, it says my area of interest is consulting, and I have been thinking of how to go about it, and even how to place a charge on it. Please, if you can help with that, how do you place a fee on it? It's in the chat. The question is in the chat box.
Okay, it's in the chat. Okay, let me check it.
Yep.
Sorry, just a minute. Okay, my area of interest is consulting, and I've been thinking of how to go about it, and even how to place a charge on it. Please, if you can help with that, how do you place a fee on it? Thank you so much. This is Rich. This is coming from Mrs. Faith. Hi, Mrs. Faith. You're in an area that even me, I love so much, right? Because at the end of the day, the knowledge you have, giving it out, it's always bliss when you give out your knowledge and you see how it's helping people better their life or better their situation, right? Now, it depends on what you want to consult on. So, what exactly are you consulting on? There are three ways you could place a price on it, and it's a series of testing until you know where the soft spot is. Number one, you could try to do, who are the people offering the same service that I want to offer or the same consulting service? How much are they charging? You look at the market, what is the least person offering these consulting services? What is the least person or charging? What is the highest person charging? You could use a medium for the prices and you start from there. So when you do that, you go a step, two steps, you see if the market is having a pushback to your price. If the market is not having a pushback, you increase the price, right? You increase the price, you keep at it. If people are if people easily take your fee, you know that okay, this is value, people are getting value for this amount. You try to increase it again. You keep doing that until when you really get a pushback from the market. And now in what the market is not just one person, right? The market is a combination of all the people that maybe come to you to contact you for your service, right? So that is one way you can do that. Another way you can do that is think about it. What does this thing worth? If you were to help somebody, and I don't know the kind of consulting, and I would have really wished if you spoke up. So if you were to consult for somebody, right, I'm using business consultation now, and that business consultation could help the person start earning 500K monthly, right? So that business consultation is worth 500K, right? What is value for the person? If the person is going to pay 50K or 100K to gain value that will help the person move to 500K, is that not worth paying for? So you also can look at it from that angle, the angle of value. What value am I giving to this person? If you're going to be giving somebody value, or if you're going to be consulting for somebody worth a business worth, I'm using business consultation, worth millions, right? You can't go and be charging them 10,000 for consultation, right? Either they are going to think you're a joke, or they are going to think the solution you're bringing is not going to be worth it. For you to be consulting for business millions, you can't be charging them 10,000 for consultation. So it also depends on the kind of persons or businesses you want to consult for, right? So that is on that other part. So I've given you two avenues to check it. Then the third way to check it is you on your own. What is your time worth? How many hours are you spending with these people? So if you're going to be consulting, let's say relationship consultation, you're going to be spending 1 hour for relationship consultation, right? What is your 1 hour worth, right? What is your 1 hour of speaking to somebody, listening to them, giving them knowledge? What is it worth to you? So there are three ways I've just mentioned now that you can do that. You could test all of them, you could pick one area and you can see how it works out for you, right? So that is for that. I hope I answered that question. Please, who asked the question? If you still need clarity, speak up. Or if you're satisfied, just let us know that you're okay with it.
Okay, so I think there's another comment on the chat box. It says, I will look forward into affiliate marketing and freelancing. I need to understand it more. This person is a social media manager already, but look forward
Okay,
to venture into affiliate marketing and freelancing. She wants to understand it more.
okay. Affiliate marketing and freelancing. I need to understand it more. Okay, so let's start with affiliate marketing, right? Affiliate marketing is selling people's products, right? Promoting people's products. I hope the person that asked following me. You're promoting people's product. Let's say, for instance, Mrs. Oreva has a relationship course, right? Or a relationship tutorial, or a marriage training session, right? That she's looking for, that she takes people, right? So you now take up that um, premarital course, whatever, and you start talking about it. You do social media management, you create content that talks about relationship, and somewhere in between you be like, oh, to gain clarity before you get into marriage, to gain clarity before you get into marriage. There is a relationship course, or there is a premarital course I would advise you to take. And then you insert the link to Mrs. Oreva's course or training, right? So people who read your social media post get to see that content, get to see that, even if it's one person or two people in a day that clicks to go, and then maybe they see Miss Soriva's landing page and they are interested, they buy the course or they pay for the training. Now, but before then, you would have arranged with Miss Soriva that, oh, I'll be bringing you customers, this is how much you're going to pay me, right? Or this is what my cut or my take is going to be anytime I bring in customers. It's an arrangement. So that's with somebody you know. But aside somebody you know, there are other platforms that are into this thing, like platforms like ClickBank. Amazon also does affiliate marketing, right? So you can help Amazon market some products. You can pick products on Amazon, market them. You create an affiliate link on Amazon, you market them. So there's this other one in Nigeria that is very popular. What's the name now? But they were getting some backlash. Was it last year? I've forgotten their name. If I remember it, I'll point it out. So they have courses, they have a lot of things, but theirs is just courses. So, but affiliate marketing goes beyond just courses. Affiliate marketing goes into training, goes into products, physical and digital products. Affiliate marketing is wide. So you can go into affiliate marketing in different areas. So now the other thing you asked about, so first thing, to go into affiliate marketing, you need to know um, as a social media manager, what are the kind of things you write on? Your audience, what are they interested in? So let's say, for instance, you're a social media manager and you talk more about sports. So it means probably you could be promoting, in quotes, you could be promoting sports betting pages, sports betting groups, um, sports sportswear brands, right? You get to, just to give out to that. So freelancing, um, since you're a social media manager, you're already freelancing, right? Because what you're doing, you're selling your service, you're actually freelancing. But there are different ways you could either freelance to write. There are a lot of things. So freelancing is you giving your service, you get, so that's social media. So what I can advise you is you can now expand your services to start having team, right? Because with all you want to get into, you can't do it alone. You need to start building a team around all these things, right? You say you also do ghostwriting. It's still part of the freelancing, right? So you use your social media, promote your ghostwriting services, and in that way, you're all mixing everything. You're mixing everything up. But you need to be careful. Take it a step at a time. Don't get into too many things and get burned out, because you need to stay the ones that will be profitable and that will help you scale. Then as you keep scaling, you can keep adding the others. So that is what I have to say for Mrs. Is that Mrs. Informer now? So I hope I answered that. I don't know if you have any questions, please let me know. So we can move to Mrs. Faith. I can see a question from Mrs. Faith. All right. So of course, affiliate marketing social media is like a deep conversation that there could be more to talk about, but for the nature of this class, I believe the little I've shared should make sense. So I am a lawyer, but I also work in a firm that is into business and have business and having, and I have acquired accounting knowledge as well. And I just know with my knowledge on both ends, I can do a lot. I haven't really started charging on it. How do I really make the people know that I charge for it? Because most times these people that come for it are family and friends who just feel you should help them, and really that doesn't go well for any business. Hello, Mrs. Faith. To start with, I don't think you sent the memo, right? family and friends, they until you send the memo, they'll keep taking your free services. So have you sent the memo that, oh, this is my service area now, this is my business, this is my side hustle, right? Please send the memo, right? Create a flyer, say you're into consulting, put your image, put your contact details. People, the people need you to put that out, right? So if you don't put that out and you want to start charging your family, it will not go down well, right? You might create bad blood. So that's why I'm very particular. That's why I'm telling you, create the flyer. Meet a graphic designer, tell the person, oh, this is what I'm into. Please create a flyer for me, add my number, create a separate email for that service. Let's say Faith Consulting Service, just create a Gmail, right? Put the email there. When your family and friends see it, right? So when they come, so I'm going to tell you how you're going to transition so that you don't start having issue, because now they know that, okay, it's free. So when they come, when they start coming, after you've created the memo, you put it out on your status, you've posted it on your what's it called, social media. So I really don't know if it's going to create a breach of interest or a conflict of interest. So it's kind of but I'm hoping why you ask is because it doesn't create any conflict of interest with your main employers. So if it doesn't create any conflict of interest, you can post it on your social media platforms that you consult for people for this, right? Now, when you want to transition, when they come, right, and they come and they say, oh, I need A, I need B, right? You listen to them, family and friends now I'm talking about, you listen to them. So Mrs. Faith, when they are done talking, telling you what they need, their interest, right? You now tell them, okay, this is nice, but hope you know that this is a paid service and I now charge for it, right? And after making that statement, tell them, ideally, I charge this amount, but what is your budget or what are you willing to pay? For that first period, Mrs. Faith, you put it out like that. The reason is because you don't want to sound off pushy, like you don't want to push them off, or you don't want to look like you don't want to look somehow, right? So you give them the option. Already you're doing it for free, so why not transition slowly? Ask them, how much do you want to pay? So also tell them that you could put a cash, like, it's not, I really don't need the money, but I want to be sure that you appreciate the value I'm giving, one. And number two, I want to be sure that you take what I'm giving you serious. Because if you hear the things I have to say, and I have to put in my time to do the research, to come and help you, or to come and advise you, I want to be sure that you will take it seriously. And the only way I'm going to be sure is if you pay for it. So no matter how little it is, you have to pay for it. So how much would you like to pay? Tell them that. Whether brother, father, mother, friend, tell them that. If they are not reasonable, they just know they're not being reasonable. Some say, and they will go and they will never come back. Let them go and never come back for you for that service, right? So that is for that. Now, how do you put a price around it? So consulting services are quite unique. Like I explained to Mrs. Ifoma, it's usually dependent on a lot of things, right? But you can always gauge it. You can create a bundle around the service. So instead of you just charging for a consulting service to just hear somebody talk, right, and move on, you could create a service, a bundle around it. So one, the consulting itself. Two, you could create leading or follow-up meetings. So you could say, okay, for a one-off consultation, this is the fee. If you want a 1 month consultation, so the main consultation, and every week we're going to get 1 day to review the plans you've had, this is the fee. Now, the good thing about doing this approach is that you could use one customer and create sales for a month, right? And you charge the customer for a month. So you don't deal with the hassle of having to look for the next customer, or you have to deal with 10 customers. Imagine if 2 customers can pay you what 10 customers can pay. So you just have to deal with 2 people and manage only 2 people and their issues or their businesses and all, than managing 10 different people with 10 different issues, with 10 different research, with 10 different. So create a bundle around it. It could help in your pricing. Like I explained, I don't know if you were listening when I explained to Ms. Superma, you could now put your price according to one. It could be what is the value to you. Two, how much is that service worth to the person, right? And then three, you could use a market average. So those are the ways you could put the price in. But test, once you test, you learn, you move, right? And of course, you could also start with a low amount just so that you can create the initial interest from people or the initial customers. And the reason why you need those initial customers is because those customers are going to form your referral customers in future. They are going to form your testimonial customers in future, because the testimonies from those guys, those are the things you use to now keep promoting your service or selling your service. Because if you do and one person gets, if you do for one person or help one person get things right, and then the person, this thing they help me, you take the screenshot of that, you post it on your social media after a consultation session with so and so, this is the good news, right? People keep seeing, and that is how when you are charging, people know that it's not joke, right? You're not just charging just to charge. You are charging and you get value. It will break the ice and they will not have issues paying. So that is what I have to say for Mrs. Faith.
Okay, so although I had one more question to ask, so the question would be, when I experience a relapse, when I mean a relapse is at that point where I feel like I've lost motivation for business, what's the best thing to do? How do I handle that season?
So
I'm in business and I just lost motivation. I don't feel like doing business again. It's like I'm just struggling. What do I do?
So it's really because of one or two things, right? And then the first thing I'm going to ask is, why did you have that relapse? Or what triggered it? Did you lose money? Did you lose sales? What really happened?
Okay, so it was as a result of not making profits. Yeah, basically.
Okay. So when you have that kind of issue, right, you can track back. So I'll just share a story with you. I did my first business So in school, really, I wasn't really interested. I was interested in business, but I wasn't really actively saying, "Oh, I want to start a business or I want to do business," right? I think down to maybe my third year when I tried my first business, I had my first attempt in business. So I was selling books. I was selling books, all these Christian books, motivational books, and all. So I had issues with money management, right? I was giving out the books for free and say, okay, pay me whenever you want, right? And the issue now with students then is they can pay or they might not pay. Some can now start paying in part. Let's say, for instance, a book of 1,000 naira, um, the person will just see you and they say, okay, go this 400, make I no eat them so that it will remain 600. And maybe you're in a crossroad where your cost rep now say, oh, we're paying, so you now take out that 400 naira, pay the 200 for that stuff you get. So all those things are affected, right? I had I lost a lot of money. So when it was time to go back to the market, I've lost the capital for that. So I lost that. I tried again without tracking, okay, what was the problem that made me lose out? I just felt like, oh, I didn't have enough money. So the next time I went back with more money, bought more books, made the same mistake I made the first time. So it was after I made the mistake the second time that it now occurred to me, wait, did you really even find out what was wrong? What really happened? What was making you not make gains? So it's the same thing in this situation. So if you were losing money or if you were not making profit, what exactly was the issue? So if you're not making profit in business, it's either one, your price is the amount your price is low, or your charge is low, or two, you're not getting enough customers. So so it could not be either of these things. So now if your charge is low, it's not easy to raise your charge to a position that will help you make profit. Now, if you weren't getting enough customers, you now have to now deep into, okay, I need to learn marketing, I need to learn sales, I need to learn how to advertise. Now that will be a different area. So you can now say, okay, this was what the problem is. Now let me go and equip myself. Now, when you finish equipping yourself, you are now confident that you cannot dive back in. So that is how you get out of that relapse, right? You find out what exactly was the problem. Okay, sales. So in the sales or profit, what exactly was making me not make profit? Was I pitching into my business profit? Or if I was pitching into my business profit, now going in the next time, you have to now create a separate account for your business. Business money, you invest business money, your private money, you invest your private money. So, what other reason would affect you not making profit? You were doing family and friends in business. Okay, you were doing family and friends business. You now have to stop family and friends stuff in business, right? You give discounts to family, but you don't give them your service or your product for free. You could give them discounts just for family. You can even just so you get them interested. You say, okay, instead of me to give you just discount for one, or you buy two, let me give you a discount for the two. That's the way you play around with family because you need to really be careful when dealing with family because family are very tricky. You do like this, you get so where you're not getting enough sales, where people not aware of your business, get into people's DM, tell people about your business, tell them to help you improve. Be bold, be shameless, right? Don't think, oh, I'm going to do. No, nobody. Get into people's DM, ask them, help me repost. I lost business, so I don't start business, so I beg you help me get into people's cases, keep getting into people's cases, and don't stop. Don't even give up. So, but before you come out from that relapse, you need to now do a survey. Okay, what really made me that was making profit? You need to decide that and then find a solution. After arming yourself with the knowledge, it will be easy for you to go back. If you get out from the relapse and go back into the first.
Thank you, sir. We are very, very, very grateful.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I don't know who. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Precious, for coming. Thank you, Mrs. Faith. Thank you, Mrs. Ify. We are grateful, sir. Have a good night rest.
Okay, you too.
And God bless you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
All
Bye.
right. Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. River.
Thank you.